It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Cleveland. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
Playoff football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Here we go.
First down, they stay with Moss on the ground. 20, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Zach Moss, 47 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Stop.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Zach Moss with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores. The Bengals drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter.
Get set. Stop.
On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it second down and 11.
Here we go. Start.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss. Oh, good move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 113 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 64 yards. And the Bengals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
On 1, ready?
Second down and 6 now. They'll go again here with Moss. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down, here's a run by Moss. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much. And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort from the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here we go.
Right back to Moss. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Moss on the give up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On the handoff, it's Moss. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with hit. The Bengals, yes, the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl as we say thank you for watching and good night. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.